And welcome back to the Linnik Media Clinic. I'm your host, Linnik. I got Big John with me, and we have a couple very special guests with us today. If you guys want to introduce yourselves, we have a few local comedian and a local podcaster with us.
Hello, my name is Evan Pride. I am the local comedian.
Hello, my name is Trayton Blackburn, and I'm the local punchline.
Yeah.
So we have a few cats here to help us out with this reaction video.
100%.
We usually react to a lot of stuff that comes off the Spider Gang collective. So they're, like as I was explaining earlier, they're a hip-hop collective.
Got it.
But they're very, like, tongue-in-cheek. So they don't really take themselves too seriously. We had one of the members on our podcast recently, Brumain God. So I don't know if you're aware of, like...
Is it like Wu-Tang, like it's a whole clan of rappers?
Yeah, they do have, like, one of their latest songs, Tent City, was very Wu-Tang-like. You know what I mean? But then they'll have other tracks that are like Little Peep or XX Tentacion. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm just going to say X.
No one does.
R.I.P.
No,
X.
Yeah, but hey, R.I.P. Lil Peep, too.
Yeah, Lil Peep. You know what I mean?
Why are they all dead?
Yeah,
I don't
dude,
know.
they're like
What?
23 years old, and they just...
Whoa.
Yeah.
Xanax, man.
Yeah, just
Dude,
don't...
Hey, you get a good documentary
You know,
out of it, though.
I had an aunt who did Xanax all the time, and she's fine.
Really?
She's fine. Yeah,
The
she's
face
totally
tats,
good.
that's what does it. If you do
It's
Xanax
true.
without the face tats, you're fine.
You're good.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
face tat, and it's just like something with the chemicals of the ink
yeah.
or something.
Crazy.
It's not good
Seeps
for
right
you.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not,
Straight to the brain.
exactly. It's like drinking on an empty stomach, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Not good for you. So I guess this is hashtag FF and 4 zeros MV produced by Salsa.
This is the name of their song?
Yeah,
That's
this
gonna
guy,
be crazy.
his music, he is like one of the more edgy people out of the collective. So like I said, this probably isn't the best introduction for Spider Gang to like people that have never heard them.
Yes,
Yeah.
we've never heard of these.
No,
Yeah, because like
This
everyone's...
gang of spiders.
This gang of spiders is,
Yes.
yeah.
There's a whole web. There's a whole web.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Wow, yeah.
What do
So-
they call their fans? The hatchlings or something?
They should if they're not.
The Brood.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, so he recently got like one of his music videos taken off of YouTube because it was called like, I think like Kill Amazon Employee, or it was like burn down Amazon warehouse or something like really stupid like that.
Sure,
like,
yeah.
Something very
Just fight the
provocative.
power.
Sounds like you're going to like
Yeah,
Spider
something
Gang.
that should happen.
Yeah.
reasonably.
So, and it got taken down. But so JOHNNASCUS is like one of the more edgy people that is pushing the boundaries sonically and socially.
Got it.
Yeah, so let's
100%.
hit it. Let's hit it.
What the fuck, dude? I thought you were going to turn on a song.
I told you, noisecore, dude. So the thing, if
You compared this to Wu-Tang?
no, I
man,
said
they're like
Tent City.
Wu-Tang. Okay.
Tent City was very old school boom bappy. Like they do
Okay.
have
Yeah.
old school
Okay.
boom bap songs. But that's the cool thing about their fans is I was talking to like one of the members and I was telling him this. I was like, they can come out with anything and their fans will eat it up.
Yeah.
Like it's but he's
They built a fan base. Good for them.
And
I mean, we're judging this off of 26 seconds.
And
the whole
This
collective
could
is
take a real
completely
change.
different.
Well, I
Yeah.
will say I don't think that we're pointing in a new direction after the first 26 seconds. I think we're gonna maintain on the same track. But I'm gonna be completely honest. I fuck with this. I totally fuck with
add
this.
some
kinda
bass
catchy.
to it. It's
I gotta-
add some bass to it. Maybe cut a little bit of the mids and the highs. That's how I would mix it. But
Yeah, it's what I really like about it is the like it's still like even though it's noisecore, it's still got that musicality,
melody,
To it.
yeah.
Yeah.
What do you
looks-
guys know? Like 100 gecs, like the whole hyper pop wave. I'm on a sugar crash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on TikTok.
Yeah, so Sugar Crash was like this dude named Iodo who posted just like a video on YouTube or maybe Instagram or TikTok. I think it ended up blowing up on TikTok. But very similar where they like distort their lyrics but auto-tune them.
Yeah.
And it's like I call it like hyper pop style lyrics. I don't know if that's what it is, but that's where I hear it a lot is in hyper pop music.
It's an interesting sound.
It's interesting, and
is this like the 2020 sound? You know, like the 80s.
I think it's been coming.
Yeah,
it's been
I
coming.
feel like
I mean,
I feel
dubstep was how we were introduced to the last decade.
yeah, like
2010, 11 was dubstep. That's how we
Drum and bass brought it in, then dubstep grabbed the torch and just ran.
I know.
they
dude.
say Skrillex was kind of the
In
like
between?
the ender of dubstep. They said that he was there. There was a whole underground dubstep wave going on in England, going
I
on
guess
in
he
the
was,
UK,
like, the most
and he
popular.
like commercialized it
Yeah.
and took like the worst parts. Some people might say. Some people might say he took the best parts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he took like the most cheesy parts of dubstep and like condensed it all into like whoop whoop yeah
Yeah.
Middle schoolers drinking Monster Energy and all that fun stuff.
Yeah. Well, another thing I really like about this video this far is like I'm a very visually oriented person. And I really like unsettling visuals. Like if anybody has seen a play I've directed, they know that unsettling visuals are really, really important to me. And just like the
Trayton loves unsettling visuals, which
Do
is
you
why
like
he's
I'm a
wearing a
slob.
Hawaiian shirt with like skinny jeans.
jeans.
And
black
it's a
skinny
nice
jeans.
day. It was sunny outside,
It's
so I can see
beautiful,
why
man.
he chose that.
Hell yeah, dude.
But I'm a Slav, so I do take inspiration from a lot of like Russian directors and stuff,
Yeah.
and they
like
always
techno sound.
yeah, and I mean just like a lot of the Russian doomer stuff is just always like sad and unsettling and stuff.
Yeah.
So I could definitely vibe with that. Let's hit it. Let's see what John
do it.
Nascus
Let's hit
has.
I feel like this is propaganda.
Oh yeah, I was just about to say that. Pause it. I was about to say
It looks like propaganda.
They may or may not be practicing witchcraft.
Sure,
Let's hit it.
100%. 100%.
All right, let's pause it.
They should have named the song the Blair Bitch Project.
You know, I gotta. Here it is.
He's on the board.
So I gotta say this. This reminds me of a prank I pulled on a friend of mine in high school. Can I bring a bit over from my show onto your show?
Sure.
Yeah, let's
Well,
do it.
this is. You got any banjo music?
I can cue some up real quick.
Give me some banjo music.
banjo.
here.
Let's see.
Our
Oh, that's not banjo music.
explain. We have a podcast called Kentucky Fried Roadkill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the whole kind of theme is that I'm from Louisville. You're
I'm from Pikeville.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's kind of different parts of Kentucky. And we don't really talk about Kentucky all the time. We're just normally shooting the shit.
Yeah.
And talking about movies and shit. We're kind of nerds.
Oh, there it
You
is.
want to
There it is.
introduce that bit? We
Yeah.
got a new bit, guys, here.
So I'm gonna give the title of the bit, then the banjo music. Ready?
Yes.
I think it's time for an Appalachian anecdote. Well, howdy there, Kentucky family. You sit down over there. Pew, pew, pew. You doggy. You all sit down there on that porch over there. Let Trayton tell you a story about the good old days back in the home
Gather around the
country.
campfire, kids.
So when I was in high school, I went to a very small high school that was literally located up in the mountains. Like it was a 45-minute drive from my house to my high school.
Yeah.
I had to get up at like 5 in the morning to go to school and ride the bus. Like I had to transfer buses at the middle school. It was hell. It was the shittiest thing ever.
Yeah.
But I was really close friends.
I did the same exact thing, so I.
Oh yeah, 100%. So, one of my friends, very close to me, like spent a ton of time together. I was at their house one time in high school, and I've always been pretty bendy. Like in my theatrical training, I've got a lot of like work in clown, and so like I'm very flexible. I can do
Physical.
A lot. Yeah, very
Awesome.
physical. And it was nearing Halloween, and my friend was notoriously scared of like anything horror related. And so they went to the bathroom, and I was in their bedroom by myself, and I was like, "Oh, this will be hysterical. They're gonna shit all over themselves." So I turned off all the lights, and they had this strobe lamp,
Okay.
and I turned the strobe on, and I stripped down to my underwear, and I bent, and I like did a full back bend,
Like from the Grudge, I think.
yeah, exactly.
Fucking-
Yeah, so I was doing a full back bend, and I was just standing in the back bend waiting for them to open the door and come back. And they like opened the door and came back, and I was like, and just like crawled at them as fast as I possibly could. And so now I think that I could be in this music video.
That's what I was just about to say. I feel like
Yeah.
you'd fit right in this
feel like-
music video. Just fucking.
Yeah.
Well, we did after we had Brumman got on our podcast. He did say come out and help us shoot a music video and stuff. So.
I would love that.
They live in California though.
Yeah, they live in California, so I'm probably gonna have to fly out to LA to help them shoot a music video.
I would love that.
But like Lil Darky, he's like probably the biggest one on the collective.
He's the daddy.
Yeah, and
He's the
his
daddy.
stuff gets like millions of views. You know, he's like you have like big rappers like shouting him out and stuff like that. Like they're like I said, they're probably the spider gang of our time. Like I can see these cats
Yeah.
coming out with like a comedy sketch show similar to what Odd Future did with Loiter Squad.
Yeah.
They're already dabbling in like fashion and stuff. They all have their own style. So I feel like.
I'm not even gonna pretend I recognize all the names that you're saying.
So you don't know who Tyler the Creator is?
I know Tyler the
Yeah.
Creator.
Okay,
Yeah.
so pretty
Yeah.
much
It all
everything that
sounds very
everything that he wears is pretty much made by him or like a collaboration through like Converse.
Okay,
or
yeah,
something.
That's
that-
so rad.
They like
so it's like that hype dressing community.
yes. Think about how that started. All the cats and everything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
like
probably a little
Bape and
different
the
in
gorilla.
Kentucky. Yeah,
Yeah.
but they did pioneer that wave, the hype beast culture. You know, and now there's like, do you guys know who the Nelk Boys are?
Never heard of the Nelk Boys.
I'm not the only one, Rue.
I know.
You don't know who the Milk Boys. You don't know who the Milk Boys are.
Last time the fucking the guest we had on the other day was like, no, I don't know who the Nelk Boys are.
Now everybody's shooting them down.
And John like looked at me and I was like, oh fuck, because I gave him shit for not knowing who the Nelk Boys is. But
He doesn't know who the Half McCoys are.
What?
apparently I don't.
It's a huge.
I didn't either until that episode.
That's
we did.
for the podcast. Let's say
Yeah,
that.
100%.
Yeah.
But I guess what I'm trying to say is like, JOHNNASCUS is probably like the emo edgy corner of Spider Gang.
God.
Like
Okay.
the kids that wear
He's
neon
like
green,
a-
Invader Zim, all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So like that.
the Hot Topic kids.
Yes,
This is their god.
that's his corner. But they have like this giant web to where it's like a monopoly. And I'm looking at this from like the third person perspective as a musician and as a content creator.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing this and I'm like, oh, it's really intelligent because whatever music style you kind of like, under like the wide, blanket of hip hop or R&B
Sure.
or like alternative even, they probably have either an artist or some type of songs that kind of like resonate with that kind of music.
Yeah,
So
'cause
it's
Right.
really
you can go all
interesting.
the way from noise to some chill wave hip hop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or like even some like kind of indie style stuff. FLVCO, Flacco, we haven't reacted to his stuff that much, but he has like Mac DeMarco style shit. You know what I mean? So it's like they are very spread out, and I'm excited to see where this collective goes. But let's try to get through this. We're only a minute in.
Sometimes it happens. Sometimes
Sometimes
it
it happens
doesn't.
that way.
God. I keep forgetting what it's like. Then we go right back in.
All right, let's.
I'm just thinking it was hard enough for me to explain to my parents what dubstep was.
dude. I don't even.
And I can't imagine being a kid.
Mom!
Like, and this is the shit you're coming up to. You're jamming.
Yeah.
You roll up off a date,
Well,
playing this in your car, and
but
you're like, no, you gotta hear him out. Yeah.
If your dad like
Read the lyrics.
if your dad is like a metalcore head,
My
or
da-
fucked with like Asking Alexandria even, or like some like really edgy screamo stuff, which I was
How
never
old's
a
your
fan
dad?
of.
My dad's a kid of the '80s, so he was big on Iron Maiden, Metallica, all that classic '80s shit.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm a big '70s rock guy. I love Led Zeppelin.
Nice.
I love Nirvana. I love a lot of shit
Doors.
out of the '90s, '70s,
Iggy
'90s.
Pop.
Yeah, Iggy Pop. A lot of shit I like now. Cage the Elephant. What's that one?
Black Keys, White Stripes,
Black Keys, White
the
Stripes.
Strokes,
The
The Clash.
Oh shit!
We can go
Clash
to
still around?
2013 garage rock all day.
No, yeah, I'm big Weezer guy.
Weezer,
Big
yeah.
Weezer guy.
Who's not a big Weezer guy?
Um,
Who
me.
is the
I'm not
Weezer?
a big
Like, I don't
band, I'm
fuck with
thinking
I
of.
saw somebody.
Portugal the Man. That's what I was
Dude,
thinking
I
of.
was talking about Portugal the Man.
I love Portugal the Man.
A few weeks ago, right?
Yeah, it was about a month ago now at
About
this point,
about
yeah.
a month ago, and I was like, the fact that, dude, imagine going into like a shitty bar in like Anchorage or wherever they came from. You know what I mean? and like
from Alaska, right?
Yeah, like imagine going to like a shitty
crazy.
dive bar in Alaska, and it's just I feel it still, you know, and like exactly how they sound on the radio, but that's how they were in a dive bar, and I'm just like, that's what blows my mind about those like alternative bands that become pop bands. I respect them more than like people that are like go out and like strategically become a pop artist, because they were just doing their thing, and it just so happened like
that's like
resonate with everybody.
That's like when Nirvana happened. Nirvana blew up. They didn't like being famous at all.
Yeah,
Portugal the Man's awesome because I've seen them twice in concert. Once I saw him open up for Cage the Elephant at the Yum Center in Louisville, and the second one it was at Forecastle, and I was too blacked out to even
remember. You're like,
but
they feel it still. They definitely played that one.
yeah. I was like, I think he came out in like a Star Wars hoodie or some shit.
Oh shit.
But the first time I saw him, they had this hype beast on stage, and he was just dancing around. And I figured out like mid-concert, one, I didn't even know who they were. Feel It Still, that whole Woodstock album hadn't even dropped yet. But their old shit like Purple, Yellow, Black and Blue, that's some good shit. But the hype beast they had on stage, apparently he was there because the lead singer, just was really big. He was nervous. He was like he got the nerves. He got the nerves. He was there to take the energy away.
Yeah, I mean, there definitely is like, I can get real metaphysical with that kind of shit, because there are people who like real big executives in Hollywood, and they're like, we're not even looking for talented musicians. We're just looking for eclectic people who can sit there and harness the energy. They're like, Prince, if Prince didn't know how to play guitar or bass, he would have still been like on that stage fucking sitting there
been
commanding the crowd, you know? And it was like that kind of stuff that I hear them talk about. And it's really interesting. And I see that within performers, and I really resonate with it, because it's not easy to get that big. Everybody thinks it's like, oh, they're an overnight success. They're an overnight success. It's like, I don't care what you're doing. If you end up getting some type of recognition, you've been grinding at it. No matter what. Even if you're posting like shitty fart memes on YouTube, usually you look at like that account, like Dogface, that guy who blew up on TikTok.
Yeah. Cranberry juice, dude.
He said he's been posting daily for like X amount of years.
Yeah.
Like since TikTok came out. Like I don't have the fucking motivation to do that. I'm like, fuck, I gotta post on Instagram every day. And the next thing you know, it's like 2 weeks go by, and I'm like, fuck, I haven't posted on Instagram.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know?
My Instagram's dry as fuck. I never post.
I don't even have an Instagram.
Yeah. So see, but it's stuff like that to where it's like the times start changing, and for alternative bands, it's a little more analog, even before, you know, the whole lockdown stuff. Right now it's opening back up, but they're like, all right, let's hop in a van, let's play a show every day. Let's go and tour 2 weeks and then come back and, you know, try to practice, blah, blah, blah. And like the Black Keys, a lot of these bands, they would like, it was literally that simple. It was like some shit from the 70s. They were like, yeah, we're living in 2007, blah, blah, but we still have to get a van and go to fucking Albuquerque and play a show to 12 people. Yeah. You know, and
classic
it's like
touring shit.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like that is still, you know, no matter what, that is still a very big like market, and that is still like a very big opportunity in the United States. You know, like we are able to do that. We are able to try to do that, you know, within the parameters that we have, of course. But I feel like that mix with like the social media can it really allows people like this, you know what I mean? They're like, there are kids out there who are like, they're angsty, they're mad, they're like, I want to hear noise stuff, and a kid screaming over like a noise track, you know what I mean?
And dancing in a weird shower thing.
Yeah.
Well,
and apparently that kid is me. Apparently I'm that kid, because I'm not blowing smoke up this guy's ass or anything. I love this. I think this rules. If I could ever get permission from these artists, I'd probably use this shit in my shows.
I mean, it's like, interesting. It's like an art piece. It's something.
Yeah, it's performance art. They are. Yeah. They know that. That's what I'm saying. They're self-aware to where it's not like some of the metalhead kids in like, you know, the hardcore scene, like Warped Tour. It's like, I'm like screamo, well, fuck you, I'm gonna kick you with my skinny jeans on. Like these kids are just like, we just do our thing. They're like,
no, I get it, because back in the fucking 60s when the Clash was coming up and shit, and they were doing punk rock, it was like this to that generation. So it's the new shit. Shit is gonna change. I mean, I hope music doesn't go down this road. Like if I turn on the fucking radio, 107.7 The Eagle. Here we go. I don't know. I need something better on 7 a.m. drive to work.
Yeah,
but-
I get what you're saying, and I feel
No,
like,
no,
I feel like
but
there
it's
has
interesting,
to be has
yeah.
to be a noise station. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There has
Yeah,
to be a station that's like we're playing noise music.
I love music kicking shit up.
Yeah.
I just it's rebel rock.
Exactly.
It's what makes rock cool.
That's what I'm still trying to figure out.
And it's hard to be rock and roll in this day and age.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like this
In
is
a
where
mainstream
the spirit
way, I
of
guess.
punk rock is within this kind of music now. It's like I'm a fan of punk rock music. I've been listening to Iggy Pop for a long time, you know, MC5, all that good stuff. And like I wish that's where the spirit of punk rock was, but like you play a punk show and like you interface with like the people playing the punk show and it's like this isn't very punk rock.
Yeah.
And
No, it's not very punk rock to get like they sell Clash T-shirts at Walmart now.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
And even that, like the whole social thing with a lot of the punk scene, or with like most of the punk scenes that I'm aware of, is before this kind of music, you know, there's like artists like NASCAR, Aloe, before like the fusion of hip hop and rap in today's day and age, because we've had it happen with like Broken Side, Hollywood Undead, Limp Bizkit. It's been done just a lot more edgily.
Sure.
You know, they're edgy too, but I feel like they're a lot more self-aware. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
So-
self-awareness is the mark of a good artist. I think if
Yeah.
you're self-aware enough to look at your art and understand what it is that you do, like I think that's what sets a good artist apart from a great artist. Like if you're not self-aware to like analyze your own art,
Yeah.
I think they're like I just think you've got your head up your ass at that point.
For sure, because you're taking yourself too seriously, and it's like you hear about people. I think it was Joe Rogan who said he took a DMT trip, and like the DMT elves were like sitting there and like staring at him and just laughing at him and like mocking him.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, "What I took from it is I've been taking myself too seriously."
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, you know, I haven't done DMT, but if that's what that man got, if that's what he got from a DMT trip, like
Yeah.
maybe there's something to it, you know what I mean? To not take
just take
yourself
his word
too
for it.
seriously. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely like that's what I'm still trying to figure out with JOHNNASCUS.
this seems like a
especially.
DMT trip.
Yeah,
A bad one.
One gone bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a song that's called like Sad Satan LSD, and I feel like that's about like a bad LSD trip. It's like
Sure.
it's him like going on the dark web and like buying some research chemicals and it like coming in the mail and then like him putting it on his tongue, and then that's like when it goes into like this noisy kind of stuff.
Yeah,
you know? So I definitely feel like it's inspired by a negative psychedelic experience.
Yeah,
Okay.
I get
I
that.
could feel that.
Yeah.
We're gonna finish the video.
Yeah,
We're-
let's
let's
try
do
to.
it. We're gonna get there.
This is the
We're gonna get
second
there.
How long have
longest
we
world
been-
record for longest
Oh,
reaction
really?
video.
How long
over
have we
2
been
mi-
going?
Almost 22
Jesus,
minutes.
let's try to
Gee
get
Oh,
whiz,
shit.
Holy crap.
Oh shit. If it wasn't so distorted, it would be a good song. I feel like.
What's the point?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like he makes these luscious
Yeah.
tracks. Like I
Yeah.
feel like he probably makes these luscious vaporwave tracks
And then just
and
blows
just,
them up.
just sends them through this distortion.
Yeah.
Just to be
That
like,
makes sense.
Yeah.
fuck you guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, fuck you. 'Cause
Here's
dude,
my
I listen to
masterpiece.
it.
I'm
I,
gonna
gue- I
burn
mean,
it.
I guess if you can get your head just used to listening to that, and you can just listen to the melodic part of it.
It's
Yeah.
just like metal, you know what I mean? It's very like people talk about. They're like, you listen to like the noise of the distortion of the metal, and that's like where the melody lies. And it's literally
Yeah.
just ear rape. If you can get past the ear rape,
I'm not a big like thrasher guy.
Yeah.
I need that more clear melody.
Melodic, yeah.
Yeah.
I understand
You
it.
want
I
someone to
understand-
tuck you in before they fuck you?
Yeah. Sometimes it's just too much. And just what I listen to music for, just for chill vibes and stuff. I guess if I was trying to start a revolution, I'd throw this shit on.
Yeah, no, for
But-
sure.
Yeah. It's
I-
just.
I understand why it got popular, especially during the pandemic. Because, dude, like before the
No,
pandemic,
yeah, dude, yeah.
like some of the Darky videos weren't that big, and it was like literally as we were like doing reaction videos, as we were talking to them, I'm like, this one has fucking 7 million views on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, I just feel like a bunch of angsty middle schoolers, and even me, like I was
Yeah.
talking to the dude, we were interviewing him. I'm like, how old are you? He's like, I'm 20. Didn't he say he was 20 years old? It's like, fuck, dude, I'm older than you. And I'm like sitting there like fucking, like airboxing to your music whenever I get mad, And it's just like that the angsty nature of just like the whole social realm right now is probably why
it's an
they're
angsty
getting
time
big.
to be alive.
It is.
And especially if you're a young kid growing up.
I would not want to be in school right now.
No, fuck
no,
that.
yeah. Well, it sucks. I've been in college through this thing. It hit me at a good point. It hit me like midway through last semester, junior year, about to graduate, and I feel like I'm graduating at a good time. I feel like it's opening back up and shit like that.
You're gonna step into an open world.
That's what it feels like. So
That's good. Any last thoughts? I don't know. Like we've reacted to so much of their shit to where like I don't even know. Every time they drop a track, I'm like, I don't know what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
But JOHNNASCUS, I had a feling it was gonna, that's what it usually does. Distorted 808s, distorted vocals, distorted everything essentially. But I don't know. We every once in a while we'll do ratings. I kind of wanted to cut that out because it's super cheesy.
No,
we can keep it going.
Our ratings have been pretty cheesy.
I think so.
Well, I feel like if you give it obscure ratings, if you
Ours
rate it
were
on your
very
own
obscure.
scale.
Well, the unit of measurement is kind of the point.
Yeah, our
We'll be
units
like,
of measurement have been like an 82 Pomeranian dogs or
Oh,
something.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You just pick a random thing that
Well,
pops
I'll
into
give
your
that.
head.
I will give this video 15 syringes.
awesome.
All right, that's a
Wow,
good
that's good.
unit. That's
I'll
a
give
good
him
unit.
14 red candles.
That's
oh,
nice.
yeah, that's
Out
good.
of what? Out of what? How high is your scale go?
I'll say 14 out of, for me, I'd say just purely based on like the audio, because I don't want to go into the whole audio visual. Then we can go.
Can't
on,
break
like,
it down that far.
yeah.
It's already been a long one.
Exactly. I'm just gonna say like maybe 14 out of 20 for me, because I'm a fan of that stuff.
What about your needles?
I don't know. Like,
He's like 14 out of 100.
I don't know. Well, if you walk into a crack or a heroin den and there's 15 needles in there, how many
You know
would
there's
you
at least
expect?
32 hidden.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll give it what?
50,
We'll give-
30.
Yeah, out of 52.
That's pretty good. That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
15 out of 52.
Yeah.
Trayton?
I think I'm gonna give that like three and a half shower sexes. I think that like
Out of how many?
5.
All
Five
right,
is the
all
top.
right. He
I
does
really-
like it. He
I
does
really,
like
I
it.
really liked that a lot.
that's pretty good.
Yeah,
And
a
I'm
half
usually a
shower
big
sex.
Yeah, I'm usually a big like folk, like a hand job.
Yeah,
This is half a shower sex. But I'm a big folk music guy.
Yeah.
Like especially like I like old country music. I like bands like Parsons Field, like
Yeah.
here recently. And like another band I love is like Brown Bird. They're really good. But this has opened me up to a new genre. I'm gonna start listening to more of
Spider
this shit.
Gang.
Yeah,
got a new
Spider
member.
Gang rules.
Yeah, the way I
Hell
look
yeah.
at it is it's like the folk or blues or whatever like traditional music was. It was just the people of that era expressing themselves,
Yeah.
whatever that may be, through whatever instruments they had, through whatever tools they had. And now it just so happens to be it's like a kid drinking Monster Energy drink on his laptop in
Yeah.
NFL studios, So it's like it does have a punk vibe to it, a folk even vibe to
Yeah.
it. If you look at it like kids coming out of this area, it's a little different than like the Florida underground rap and stuff
Right.
like that. So it's really, I feel like people overlook it a lot of the time, and that's like why we do a lot of this stuff is to bring awareness to the Spider Gang.
Hell
Yeah.
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 well, it's cool to find new shit because it's hard to hear about good new shit.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it's hard to like if you sit down, you're like, I'm gonna listen to music. I'm gonna listen to something I haven't listened to before. Hard to go out on a limb and find something. You might find something like this, or you could find.
Well, dude, if you like Cage the Elephant, me and John
I
have a
love Cage the
list of
Elephant.
bands for you.
Yeah,
We have a
Evan's
list
gonna
of
leave
bands
here with a
for you.
reckless.
There's one right there on that poster to your left, Sleepy Sun.
Yeah.
Sleepy Sun.
Then
Mars
there's
Volta.
Mars Volta, Pond,
King Gizzard.
King Gizzard.
all over this
Hey,
wall.
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizards.
yeah,
There you go,
They
Trayton.
fucking slap,
There
dude.
you go.
Right there.
I worked with a huge King Gizzard fan when
Yeah.
I worked at a state park last year.
Oh yeah.
I was a park ranger, and like one of my bosses, super into music. He introduced me to King
He's
Gizzard.
walking
I was
around picking up
That's
cow
a good
shit,
boss.
looking for
Yeah, I was
like
like,
King Gizzard.
yeah, I bet he wouldn't. Tim Cleary wouldn't mind me mentioning his name on the show. Tim
Shouts
Cleary,
out to Tim.
All
Tim
right,
rules.
Giz. All right, mate.
Heck yeah. Well, anyway, guys, you've been watching us react to whatever the name of that track
Yeah.
was.
It was an
fucking-
HTML color for, I believe.
fucking R2D2. Whatever.
Yeah.
his name
I
is.
believe it was the color
It was
gray.
like
in
Elon
HTML.
Musk's baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been Rue Linnik, and if you guys want to shout yourselves
hell
out,
yeah.
Evan Pride.
Trayton Blackburn.
yeah,
Shout
check them out. The Kentucky Fried Boys podcast, right?
Kentucky Fried Roadkill.
Kentucky Fried Roadkill.
Hell yeah.
My
Yes.
bad.
We
Look
said
for
it.
the dead possum.
Yes.
Awesome. Guys, check them them out on YouTube. They are on YouTube, Kentucky Fried Roadkill.
Apple Podcasts,
Apple
Spotify.
Podcasts, Spotify. Heck yeah, wherever you get your podcasts. I've been Linnik. We are not out yet. We are